Everybody, it's Kelly and Heather with Real Conversations with Kelly. Do you dress for success or do you dress for comfort? And how does that affect your identity? That is something that came up today when Heather and I were together and we started talking about it. And I thought, wow, dressing for your identity. That's pretty much, that says it all right there.
It is. It was such an interesting concept. And I help people listen past the do you dress for success or do you dress for your identity? Because it goes so much deeper than that. And
Yes,
if you
it
really
goes.
stop to think about it, oh my gosh.
Yes,
Yes, we all freaking do.
right, right. So I had to write down some questions. And one of the things was, okay, are you aware that what colors are in your closet? What colors are you drawn to? Do you have any colors in your closet?
Are you pointing that to me?
Do you have any colors in your closet?
Okay, so here's case in point. Kelly, stand up
Mhm.
a moment. Stand up. Uh-huh.
Never stop dreaming. Boom.
That's right. Now I'm gonna stand up.
Yes. White. White.
We are two different breeds. I've always loved the fact that you love bright, loud patterns, colors, outfits. Oh my gosh. My daughter and I, we used to go shopping and we'd go, oh yeah, that Auntie Kelly would wear. Oh yeah, those boots, those are for Auntie Kelly. Because it was so predictable, but it matched your identity, right? So you have a
Mhm.
saying. What is the saying? You got to repeat it because it's hard for me always to say. As
Oh,
with,
it's within, so without.
yeah, so as within, so without. So literally those crazy outfits, those bold patterns, those high-heeled crazy boots were patterned really after your vivacious personality.
hmm And identity, where I was at that moment.
Yeah.
And I could be that way. And now I'm in my 60s and I have to go, let me see.
Well, you've even stated that you know that you're shifting because now you don't like the clothes that are in your closet. And you have a lot of clothes in that closet. I've been in it
I have
many
gotten rid
times.
of a lot of my clothes, a lot. And I thought, okay, if I get rid of them, then I'll be able to bring in some new things that I like better.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what I've done. But then I brought in some new things. I brought in a little bit of color. I still have a lot of black and I have just a little bit of white, but I have a lot of pink and lavender and gosh, orange. I got
Mm-hmm.
a lot of orange.
But they're not as patterned as they used to be.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
definitely not. And when I walked into my closet, I was like, "Oh, what am I going to wear? No, I don't like that. No." And I just kept going, doo, 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 doo.
Mm-hmm.
And I still do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to do the little trick where you take your clothes and you turn them backwards. And if you don't wear them in 6 months, they're gone bye-bye.
Ah, that's a great little tip.
So remember that, you guys. It is, if you want to clean out your closet, call Heather or
That's
turn
true. I
your,
did help you clean yours out
yes,
to a strong degree. And you know what? We just Marie Kondoed it. We brought
yes.
everything out, and if it was not singing to you,
Well,
then we were going to get rid of it.
I had lost so much weight.
Right.
And
That was a
so
big part
some
of it.
of the really, really good things that I loved swallowed me. And so I had to get rid of them. So
Right.
somebody out there is enjoying some really, really good clothes.
Yes, and I think that's what's so amazing about that with giving. Well, I want to turn time focus back over to as within, as without, because really, when we're talking about identity, for the most part, most of what we wear that reflects our own identity is not a bad thing. It's just our preferences of who we are. I mean, I don't feel comfortable in a lot of patterns. I just never have. It's just never been who I am. And absolutely, people can go, oh, yeah, that's a Heather shirt because they're plain and V-neck and so forth. It's just where I'm comfortable with. It reminds me of when I'm pushed out of my comfort zone a little bit. I can do that. I remember when I moved to Hawaii and back in the era of you always wore pantyhose to church. That's just what you do. My mother taught me how to wear pantyhose. Her mother probably taught her how to wear pantyhose. We just all wore pantyhose. And when I moved to Hawaii, nobody did. And it wasn't a shock of, oh, how dare you? It wasn't a prissy attitude. It was a, oh, I could do that? No, I would look really weird. I don't want my legs to show like that. Why would I want that? And then, girlfriend, I embrace that. And I haven't worn pantyhose in like 15 years because freedom, baby, total freedom.
Mhm.
But that's an example of it not being so bad. You can change things, but I'm more interested in the fact of when you don't feel good about yourself, how that reflects on the outside of the clothes you wear. Always had big, bold patterns. Tell me when you're thinking about that, because we're talking about personalities and how you feel about inside is how you're dressing on the outside. What do you
Mhm.
think your identity was surrounding why you always wore the maybe bolder style of colors or patterns or those big old funky shoes that I know you used to love? What do you feel like your identity was then? Your as within that showed on the outside?
Someone that wanted to be noticed for her flair, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Someone to be noticed. Oh, here it is. Someone to be noticed for her clothes as outgoing
Mm,
and really inside, I was so different.
tell
Do you
me
understand
more.
what I'm saying?
Explain more, because I've only ever known you as outgoing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying that I wasn't outgoing. Maybe I'm saying that
Maybe accepted?
if I didn't know something, like if I was doing business and somebody asked me a question and I didn't know the answer to it, I would compliment their shoes.
Oh, interesting. That's great awareness.
And the more I did that, the more I was like, oh, I'm going to wear shoes that they're going to compliment me for.
Mm,
And then I'm going to grow my hair long and wear it in a, wear it in a different way. And then I'm going to do funky nails. And, now I feel like I don't have to prove anything to anybody.
yeah, that's just freeing.
Yes, so freeing. Like I'm not afraid that somebody is not going to like me. I feel very confident in that realm. I am dressing for who I am and what I am right here.
Hmm.
Like I walk in and go, okay, so let's see. I want to look like I have very rich nails. So I'm going to change the style of them and I'm going to calm them down a little bit.
Mm.
That's what I did.
And what does
And
that
it
give you?
feels so good. Like my nails used to be different colors every time I went.
Yeah.
And I will still do a bright pink. I'm just not going to do
Like
it
mine.
right now. Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
Haven't
I'm
made it there yet, Kelly.
just not going to do it right now. I feel more comfortable in my skin.
Because your identity is shifting. So you're not having
Yes.
to create such a spectacle or an illusion on the outside that makes people go, wow, Kelly, that's amazing. I love your nails. I love your hair. I love this. I love that. For worthiness. Maybe it's all about worthiness. Do
Ooh,
you feel worthy inside
I do. I
as
feel so
yourself?
worthy inside. Now I may have purple hair and people will compliment me on my hair.
Totally
I
fine.
and I am great with that.
Yeah. I think it
And
just changes the meaning behind it of why you do it
it does. I
versus I'm
do
just
it
going to
for
be
me.
loud. Yeah,
I do it for
exactly.
me, not for anybody else on
Yeah.
the outside.
Yeah. Okay, so
Nobody else.
next question then. Thought here. How do you feel or what do you think about those of women of our age or closely around who are dressing much younger? What do you think is happening with that? Because I personally know a few who have daughters who wish their mothers were not stealing their clothes and wishing that they were a little bit more age appropriate. What do you think about that? And is there such thing as age appropriate?
Oh, there's totally an age appropriate.
Or is that a
Absolutely.
construct?
Absolutely, there is age appropriate. They've decided to prove to themselves that they're still young.
Yeah. Aging's hard. Aging's
Aging is
hard.
very hard.
Yeah.
And there are people that I know that say, my age is 30 years old, but I'm 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, my age is 40 and I'm 63 almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel good about that. I feel good in my skin. I feel good with, I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't question it. There is no question whatsoever. Now, if I decide that I want to wear something low, I put a tank with it because nobody wants to see my granny cleavage. So
I mean, come
sorry.
on. Truth be told, nobody needs to see anybody's. But
Well,
that's a topic for another day.
yes. Okay. So let's see. If you if you look good in what you are wearing and not too revealing, then I'm okay with that. I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying, okay, you want to dress like a hoochie, dress like a hoochie, whatever.
You be you, boo. No, we're not saying that.
I had my colors done. Okay.
Hmm.
And when I had my colors done, they gave me a sheet and it had a list of all the colors that were perfect for me. And I thought, oh, these are like all pastel. And what am I going to do with pastel? I do not like pastel. I mean, pastel is like, spring,
Hmm.
Easter. Put a
Hmm.
hat on me.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I decided that I was going to try that. And that's how I got back into the colors. I
Mm.
started with a light blue, then I went into a light pink, then I went into a salmon color. And I thought, oh, I'm kind of liking this.
Kind of like them.
This is really cool. So I've been more drawn to that. And that has made me a little bit more age appropriate dressed. Even when I'm at the gym, even when I am outside walking, even when I go to work, wherever I go, I don't go to happy hour anymore, but if I go to dinner, I am. dressed appropriately.
Yeah. I think
Because
there's
I feel like you're
also,
respected more
yeah,
when you
I
are
like,
dressed
I
appropriately.
agree with that. There's a lot of respect there. I also feel also too, it's, again, it boils down to what you feel about yourself inside. Do you feel worthy? Do you feel accepted? Do you feel lovable? Do you feel good enough? Because a lot of times that can play into the choices as well.
Mm,
I think
I
that's a
do
big thing.
completely.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
Hmm. I have never felt so worthy and accepting of myself in my life.
It's great. And then
And
you can be
that is from
comfortable.
the identity change and the alignment with who I am.
Yeah. And style, I
So
think,
you
comes with
too
that.
can change your wardrobe
Yeah.
and become aligned and become worthy and really see the difference.
hmm I just was thinking, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I just has
Mm,
this thought in my head before
mm,
I let it go. I am not politically inclined whatsoever here. So no hate mail, no hate comments. I did watch the Melania Trump
excuse me.
documentary. And the thing that impressed me the most about her was her attention to detail in her dress. She's a
Mhm.
very beautiful woman, and she's very slim, and she could be really
Excuse
anything
me.
that she chose to be, she could wear. But she's very classy, very streamlined. I mean, it was incredible to watch her. Maybe in our minds go, really? That didn't look very crooked to me. Whatever. But it was this persona, right?
Mhm.
And even in downtime, there was a certain persona, and I didn't feel like it was her pretending she was somebody who she wasn't. And I think that's a big key too. I want to say that one of these other um, motivational or coaching, life coaching women out there, she made a decision one time. She's like, you know what? I'm saying that I am this great coach and I'm very comfortable in my skin and this is who I want to be. I don't feel the same way in sweats and a dirty sweatshirt as I do when I'm wearing my pants and my whatever Liz Claiborne
Blouse.
shirt. I'm
Right.
sure that's a really
Mhm.
long time ago, but a certain way. And I think that has a lot to do it too. We can say that we want to feel comfy. It's just me being comfortable. Well, you also, if you say you are accepting of yourself and you want to be who you are and you want this new identity shift, that doesn't mean lounging around in dingy, dirty, holy things because that will affect your psyche too, in reverse.
Yes.
The long way, I guess, around that is literally as without, as within as well.
As without, so within. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It plays both
Absolutely.
ways.
And I saw that this past weekend because I had a cabbie party, and cabbie is a it's a show that you do at home, and you come and you look at the line and you try it on. And you get to try on the clothes and you're like, "Oh my gosh, that goes with that." And oh, love this. And it was so interesting to watch all the women get so excited about, excuse me, about clothes with color
Mm,
and
right, they
clothes
are.
that clothes that you put together, excuse me, with, maybe you'll put white pants with a green sweater or a green top, and then you put a gray sweater over it, a light gray sweater over it, and it looks amazing. So you got to see everything and you saw how she put it all together, and then you got to go shopping and try it on. It was amazing. And all the women just were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." And there were some people that had never done it before, and it opened their eyes to really starting to like shopping again. Because
Mm.
some people, you can go and go, no, I am not going to go shopping.
My hand is raising as she's pointing to
Yes.
me. I hate
Mm-hmm.
shopping. I hate it.
Oh, I love shopping. Love it. Love, love, love shopping. I love to compare. I love to pick things out and put them together that typically would not go together. Things that, for my home, I love to do that. Oh, I love shopping.
No, I love that kind of shopping. I
Okay.
live in
Okay.
such a small space, so I don't ever
Hmm.
buy anything. I do love that shopping. And I
Hmm.
will 100% be vulnerable and honest here that the biggest reason I don't like shopping for clothes is I don't like where my body is right now. Fighting this menopausal weight gain and trying to figure out a whole new body system of what works and I know a
Right.
whole heck of a lot of what doesn't. It's hard for me. I don't want to do it. So I feel like more of my stuff is hiding to some extent for sure. And
Hmm.
honestly, I don't have a lot of clothes to wear because nothing fits right now. And I'm in the attitude of I'll be darned if I'm gonna go buy massive bigger sizes because I am gonna figure this out.
Okay. You can
And
figure
that's
it out.
fair. I will figure it out. But in the
Mhm.
meantime, yeah, I don't have a lot to wear. And that is my own worthiness. That is my own thing of I don't like where I'm at right now. It affects me. It really affects me.
And I decided when I had menopause, weight gain, and whoa, did I have weight gain? I have some pictures from even 2 years ago that I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I ought to just hide those pictures for real, forever, bury them in the ground. And just to see the difference between me today compared to 2 years ago, which I still was kind of in that menopause, fighting the weight gain. And it was interesting to feel the difference in myself,
Mm.
in my identity, my personal power. My
Right.
personal
Yeah.
power, to be honest, I have empowered myself by changing what I wear, what I do, how I put things together
Mm.
always. Now there's nothing like a good sucker inner though.
Oh, I can't stand the tightness. I just know I have to be free. I This is one of the things that I admire about Kathleen Cameron. We know who she is. Most people know who she is. And her big thing is that she was a 300-pound woman who decided that she was going to love herself.
Mm-hmm.
And so she decided that I was going to walk out that door and I was going to be confident and I was going to wear what I wore and I was going to be this person that exude success. And by golly, she did it. So I take a lot
Yes.
of lead with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do tend to have more better, more days of feeling better about myself and wanting to understand menopause better because this is not something that is any fault of mine or any non-success of somebody else helping me. It's just a part of life. So my identity is shifting in giving myself a little bit more grace. I'm still not going shopping, not yet. But I'm feeling more grace about it and focusing more on my muscle strength because I do have a lot of muscle mass. It just has a little bit more fluff around it now. But I am very strong and I do lift heavy and I still portray that in the gym. So I focus more on that when I'm looking in the mirror versus, once again.
Right. And one of the things that I did to like my body is that I would look at myself in the mirror, but I wouldn't look at my body.
Hmm.
I would look at my eyes and
Yeah.
I would say, I love myself. I am empowering myself today. I'm going to go and kick butt. I am going to look good in whatever I choose to wear. And let's do this.
Yeah. Walk out with
And
confidence.
absolutely. And just boom. Absolutely. You've got to jump over that hurdle, move the boxes out of the way, open the doors, and allow yourself to be who you are.
Right. And be accepting. It really is about who you are inside, accepting your aging self, still beautiful. And that I think is the whole basis of why we wanted to have this show is to get your thoughts rolling on what is your identity with the clothes that you wear and how would it change if your identity changed, shifted.
Yes, shifted. And would you wear more dresses? Would you wear more color? Are you already wearing color and would you go to black and white? You
Right.
know, I mean, you
Yeah,
might.
you just
So
might.
just really feel into that. Feel into your identity where you are and decide whether you're comfortable with it or whether you want to change it up a little bit.
Hmm.
I know I'm ready to change mine. I
Yeah.
am so ready to change mine. And I already know which direction I'm going. So y'all will be surprised.
That's right. You shall be
My
surprised.
gosh. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that this has helped you kind of be aware of your wardrobe and your identity and get you a little awakened maybe to shift from your
Yeah.
position.
And if this has inspired you, please share it with somebody, pass it along. We love that. It really helps our channel grow.
Yes. And literally subscribe and like us because the more that you listen to us, the more women that we can reach.
Absolutely.
So have a great day. We look forward to speaking to you next week and we'll talk to you soon.